Hello and welcome to this video where we'll come into NotebookLM. NotebookLM is a research and note-taking assistant that allows users to upload documents like PDFs, Google Slides, PowerPoints, etc., YouTube videos, websites, you name it. You can upload them and then afterwards it will make a summarization of these documents automatically. It will create a podcast for you that you can interact and converse directly to this podcast as you're a participant. So that is really interesting. It makes the learning more interactive and more you get to research a lot of topics and a lot of sources in a much easier way than manually going through everything. It's also very good that you can chat with your sources. Unlike general chatbots, NotebookLM limits the knowledge to the document that you upload. This reduces hallucinations. You can chat directly with your documents and your sources. If you know about the concept of a RAG, basically it's RAG that is created directly by a very simple user interface that you will be using. In this video, I'll go into NotebookLM and show how that works. Let's move directly there. Here I am in NotebookLM. You can just go Google NotebookLM and you will come into this page. Yes, it's in Swedish, but no matter, it will be easy for you to understand. Go in here, test NotebookLM, click here. And here are some notebooks that I have. I will just create a new one. Okay, it says search for different types of different sources and you can add them. Okay, for example, data analyst. I want to go into data visualization. I want to take in some YouTube videos, etc. Okay, let's start with data analysis. Okay, I will search for this one and it will search for a few web pages and I will put in some more sources here. Okay, let's see, step-by-step guide to data analysis, something in Swedish, okay. Efficient data cleaning and pre-processing. Okay, import these. Okay, there's a lot of different sources here. I've searched up a few sources myself. I will just see if I can drop it. Oh, sorry. I have Wikipedia here. I will just drag it here, you can see. I want to have this source as well, copy this one. And put it in here. Let's see, add new source. We can add source here. Yes, it adds the source. Okay, good. Let's see what this one, exploratory data analysis. Great. I'll add it as well. What else we have here? Exploratory data analysis, geeks for geeks. Yeah, add that as well. Storytelling with data. Good. Copy this one. Add it as well. Okay. We can continue here. I'll add my GitHub repository. This is my GitHub repository for data visualization course. Copy that one. It's here. Okay. It has added a lot of them, but this one was not okay. Let's see why. Okay, it's behind a payment wall. That's fine. I want to take a look into different jobs. Data analysis jobs. Here I've searched for data analytics in Göteborg where I live. Okay, great. Why not just add that as well? Add that as well. And I will just continue with it showing you. Here we have another for looking for jobs. Coursera data analytics. What are those? Copy that in. Data analyst roadmap. That is actually quite nice image here. Here you see there's a data analyst roadmap. I had this one as well. Storytelling of data. Copy this one in. And then I will add my playlist. I have a playlist of a data visualization course here. You can see there's a lot of videos about data visualization. And let's copy that one in and see if I can add a whole playlist. Could add a playlist. Or maybe I should include, yeah, it's possible? Yes, otherwise I could just copy each video and put it in. Okay, great. And now you can see now you have some chats here. Comprehensive guide to data analysis tools and methods. They talk in Swedish here, but basically it's talking about these different sources. And here there's some points some quick questions. Describe about data analytics field. We have 20 sources to pick from. Exploring, sifting through pages, checking your uploads, checking your files. Okay, it's taking a little bit of time, but it's going through all these sources. Really cool. Data analytics is the process of inspecting, cleansing, transforming, and modeling data with the goal of discovering useful information, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. We can keep on asking these ones, but let me just go into checking different things here. We can generate an AI podcast. I will click on that one. We will make, this means deep dive. It's in Swedish. I will put it in English. Let's see, English like this. Okay. Standard, short, long. I can put a short one. I don't want to deep dive. I want to have a debate. That was quite cool. Short, English, yes, generate. Okay, I'll let it generate the podcast. And it's also possible to generate a video. Let's go into the mind map first, because I will let it work with the podcast. Generating mind map. Actually, I can generate all this at the same time. Let's see. Okay, video, automatic, short. Yeah, I'll make it short as well. I'll make it into English. Okay, yes, let me see some visual. Yeah, why not? Pick this one. Generate. Okay, it's generating the video, generate report. Give me a study guide. That is quite nice. I will just make this and then I will turn off the recording and let it run. Generate this one. Yeah, questions. Why not create that one as well? Let's try out the different tools. Okay, standard, medium, difficult. Let's make it difficult. Actually, standard is fine. Generate. Let's see. Quiz I haven't created yet. I can create difficult as well. Oh, what subject should it be about? About data analytics and how to learn it, for example. Generate. Let's see, it's generating quiz, information graphics, data table, presentation is quite nice. Standard presentation, I'll put it in English. English like this. Create a presentation of data analytics based on the sources. Make it beginner friendly. Okay, something like that. Generate. Okay. There's more things we haven't finished yet. Let's see what things are finished. Let's try out a quiz. It's in Swedish. I forgot to change the language, but what type of analysis in data analysis process refers to not like giving recommendation about specific things to do. Okay, recommendation, predictive analysis, prescriptive analysis. Yeah, predictive analysis, not prescriptive analysis. Okay, prescriptive analysis. Yeah, that was new for me. Okay, great. Continue here. EDA, exploratory data analysis, and bivariate. Okay. Yeah, you can just continue to look at this and check it out, but I chose the difficult one. Let's continue here. I will go back to Studio here and the data analysis memory cards. Here there's some questions that you can take a look into, and it's like flashcards. You can use this for flashcards so that you can check it up and just learn about it. And like you have some answer here as well, central tendency statistic, and this is the answer of it. But the flashcarding in general, maybe not the perfect way to learn things, as it's more like rote memorization, but still there is this tool for quickly going through a lot of topics to review, for example. Okay, we have a quiz here, we have memory card. Is there something else that is finished? Exploratory data analysis and Python. This is a study guide. Okay, great. Based on this one, you can do studying. And here you can see, you have a lot of questions, and then you have the answers on these questions. And some glossary of this. Basically, it's when you're diving into a new topic, this is quite nice and quite a good way to digest all these sources, because when you're doing research of a lot of different sources, for example, you're maybe doing market research or you're doing some studying to learn some stuffs, and then it's very good to put in some sources and just make it, condense it, and you can read about it, like to get a first glance. But when you want to dive in further, you need to use different other types of tools, or you have this base knowledge based on this, and it's easier for you to dive into the specific sources. You need to know how to use this. Okay, let's see it on. Framtidens dataanalys. Yeah, this is mind mapping. We have here data analysis 2026, and okay, definition and process. We can go further here. And yeah, you can see it as it's a little bit nice, but still I'm not used to doing these types of mind mapping, because when I'm doing mind mapping, I'm writing more like relations in between them, while this is more like traditional mind mapping style. But however, when you're clicking on each of them, you can get more information about it. You can read about it. This is like a way of condensing a lot of information, but still, in order for you to learn it, you still need to study it. You cannot just say, it made all this research for me, all this note-taking, I'm finished. But no, then nothing sticks in your brain. And the idea is that you want to learn this, learn the topics and use it for your work. Okay, let's say presentation takes some time, audio takes some time as well, and video takes some time. Yeah. Okay, I will pause the video and let this run. Okay, this is quite neat. Let's see, we have here exploratory data analysis. This is a video. And we have here inventing numbers and reshaping data. So this is the debate. So let's click on this one.
Raw numbers into a model. We have absolutely no idea if the data even fits the theoretical requirements, something like normality. EDA is the safety net. It's the difference between a calculated risk and just a blind guess.
But that safety net is so dependent on how you choose to look at things. The source material warns that because staring at raw columns of numbers is, and I quote, tedious and overwhelming, we end up relying on graphics. And graphics are editorial decisions. I mean, just take the histogram. It's supposed to give us the shape of the data. But the text gives us this striking example of how fragile that is. It shows a bimodal population.
Right, so data with two distinct.
That is quite cool. So now you have a debate that you can listen to, so that it's more nuanced and more some critical voices, etc. And look how natural the voices were. So AI have come very, very far. So that is quite cool. So let's also take a look into our video now. So exploratory data analysis short.
Let's talk about exploratory data analysis, or EDA. Think of it as having the first real chat with your data. You've got this wall of numbers, right? So where do you even start to make sense of it? The whole point is to turn that raw data into insights you can actually use to make smarter decisions. So why do this first? Well, it's how you catch mistakes and find those hidden patterns right away. It's kind of like being a detective, getting that first look at the scene before you dive deep. We can actually break EDA down into four main types:
It's simpler than it sounds, right? Let's see if the presentation was finished as well. Let's see. Yeah, these were the slides. Okay, let's see if we can share it or we can download it. Yeah, okay, it gives us PDFs. Nice. Open the PDF and I can do Command-Shift-F. Okay, so now we have a presentation. That is quite cool. So from chaos to clarity, a beginner's guide to data analytics. And you can move it forward. Yeah, I haven't looked at it yet, but it even shows how to do it in Python and Pandas. Awesome. So this is also like, right now we got it as PDFs, so it's not possible to edit this one. So I'll close this down and see if we can go in. Can we edit this? Yeah, there are actually pictures. Comprimera this program. Let's see if they... Oh, sorry. Like here, show prompt. Oh yeah, so these are actually pictures, so you cannot edit it directly. But that was really cool to see the different types of things you can do in NotebookLM, and there come more and more features into this software, so you can explore a lot of things, and I've just scratched the surface here. Okay, so this was some introduction to NotebookLM, and I hope that you've gotten some interest into this amazing tool. I just scratched the surface. There's so much to explore, and but you should also see it as a tool and just not take it like, wow, so cool, but instead use the time to actually learn and digest the content. So if you have a nice video to look at, then look at the video, take notes. If you have nice debate, take time and listen to it. And the good thing is that this is available in an app form as well, so you can have it in your iOS device or Android device, and you can listen it on the go. So that is really cool. So I hope that you learned a lot from this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.